I'm going to discuss the ceiling and the floor for Baylor women's basketball for the 2025-2026 season. And I apologize for looking out because I cannot memorize all this stuff. And I'm going to break it down in terms of like how many seniors and 6-year seniors, redshirt juniors, sophomores, freshmen, redshirt freshmen. You get the whole point. And how many players in one position, like guard slash forward, just forwards, and just guards itself. So it is a 12-player roster, as we all know. How many seniors are there? Jana Van Guybeek is one of them. Kirsten Johnson, aka KJ, is a senior. Dariana Little Page Buggs is a senior, and Bella Funroy is a senior. And we know the 5 for 5 lawsuit thing is not going to happen. It seems like it's been tabled, as in delayed, in all this. So yeah, that's their last year of eligibility. Now, in terms of like juniors, like Ella Brow is a redshirt junior. Kyle Abraham is actually listed as a redshirt junior now because you remember she only played like less than 5 games her true sophomore year, so she's getting that year back, which is huge. And it's Kiara Pemberton, that's a junior as well. So, and there's 3 sophomores on the team: Talia Scott, Yuting Dong, and Kayla Nelms. Now, 2 freshmen technically, Inez is a redshirt freshman, while Michaela Johnson is the only other freshman coming in to the program. Now, in terms of how many forwards on the team, if you were going to really include Dariana Little Page Buggs and Bella Funroy, that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And just like guards, like regardless, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless you include Bella and Buggs as guards, that's up to 8 potentially. But you get the whole picture. Now, it'll be interesting what the starting lineup will look like. Obviously, I think Jana should start. She's as long as she's fully recovered, which she's going to play a lot of minutes this year, it seems like. And then Talia Scott started alongside with her in the exhibition game against West Texas A&M. And that's a West Texas A&M team that beat Arizona at Arizona. And they hung tough with SMU, by the way, and only lost by 12. So to win that big is huge. Obviously, there's no denying that Bella Funroy and Dariana Page Buggs will start. Now, the trick is Kyle Abraham did have a boot like last time out. So the question really is, who's going to start the center position? It was Kirsten Johnson because Kylie was not playing that day. So even if she was healthy, that's really a debatable spot. Because Kirsten Johnson did good in the practice game. When you go back and like listen to the play-by-play, or if you were even there in attendance, she did. And I do think this team is deep. I really do. And another thing to mention is Ella Brow was also in the boot. So I don't know what the timetable is going to be for that as well. And Inez was in street clothes. So who knows? Maybe still rehabbing from that knee injury that she had from January of a year ago. I don't know. I really do think, obviously, if Kyle Abraham's healthy, one of those 2 players is coming off the bench right away. And the same thing goes for Yuting Dong. And Michaela Johnson really did impress me when you in the exhibition game. She did. So yeah. And obviously Kayla Nelms had to play because Yeah, Kyla was not available as well. And then there was Kiara Pemberton that was like the last player off the bench in that exhibition game. She only played like 14 minutes, but she had 4 fouls, and hopefully she does improve in that area. Hopefully she does. And obviously, if Ella Brown was healthy, I think she would be in a rotation. I really do. And Inez would probably be like the last player off the bench, but that's just me. At the end of the day, though, I do like this team's depth and the versatility that they have, especially the length at the shooting guard, like the 2 to the power forward position. I really do like that. And if you couldn't tell, like based on the exhibition game or even listening to it, going back and listening to the play-by-play, Talia Scott actually handled the point guard position when Jana was off the floor. But Jana played more because Talia did have foul trouble in the first half. She did. And obviously, when Elle Brown's healthy, she would be the other point guard. So, now in terms of the floor for the team, I really don't think this team is not going to miss the NCAA tournament. I think more like around 64 at worst. I really don't see that any worse than that, or around a 32. I don't. Now, the Big 12 wise, the Big 12 is competitive. Remember, there's TCU, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, and West Virginia that Baylor has to deal with. And the only home game that you have against those teams are, just the TCU game. Yeah, you play Iowa State in Ames. You play Oklahoma State on the road and West Virginia on the road. So I think fifth is reasonable. 4th to 5th in the Big 12 is reasonable because I do not know how good Kansas is going to be this year. No, same thing goes for Kansas State. When Kansas was not even as good as a year ago, the prior year, which I know they lost some pieces, but still. And Kansas State has pretty much a rebuild in terms of the roster because look at how many players they lost to the transfer portal and graduation. So I don't think any worse than 5th or 4th in the conference. Now, the ceiling for the team, I think they could flat out win the league. Though I know, like I said, it's going to be competitive. First place in the Big 12. Now, NCAA-wise, I really do think this is a Sweet 16 or Elite 8 team at best. So granted, they do need to improve, I know. But the best ball usually comes like in January or February compared to November, and they're going to be battle tested. Especially game 1 off the jump against Duke, a team that almost beat South Carolina in the Elite 8 last year at a neutral site. Then you got Texas, which I know Texas already has an injury to one of their key transfers. And there's obviously Iowa in the non-con as well as in a neutral site game. So they're going to be battle tested before the Big 12. And then obviously you can't sleep on UNLV because UNLV is a good program too. They pushed Baylor last year and now that game's on the road. So we're going to have to obviously wait and see what happens this year. And I thought might as well do it since the season is going to start in a week from now. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers, course ultimate goals. Now, listening more. So remember, this course like video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. So more people see it, sharing the video does help as well. So more people could watch. And after watching, and not subscribe, hit subscribe button. It's free. Hit the notification bell as well.